Hey, what did you click on? That's right, you clicked on 5 Lakes Garage. Today we're working on the pumpkin. This is our 1980 CJ5. All right, so like I said, this is our 1980 CJ5. It has been great to us. We built it, took us about 13 years. There's a couple of videos of the whole work down in the playlist below. But anyway, today we're gonna actually try to get this thing back on the road. Now, last year I couldn't really drive it much because I messed up my leg, ruptured my Achilles, and it's a manual. Manual, not a hydraulic manual. So I couldn't push the clutch down, so it has actually just been sitting there. Now we've done a bunch of upgrades. Again, look at the videos down below and it'll give you all the lowdown. But anyway, we drove it around town. It was a beautiful day and I ran into a problem. Started smelling something. I'm like, that's gear oil. So I looked underneath, I saw a small little leak over here on this tire. But that wasn't the end of it. Got it home, smelled gear oil a whole lot worse. Take a look at what I found. There you go. See, that is a lot better than what it was. I had a spot out there in the road that I actually put a bunch of kitty litter on there to try to get some of the stuff up. It was nasty. So we're gonna try to dig into this guy and figure out exactly what went wrong. All right, so there's a couple things before I even get started that I'm going to try to speculate. You always want to try to think about what went wrong before you actually get into it. Mostly because, so you have a place to look. I'm thinking either A, the vent tube got clogged and the pressure of all the oil heating up and some of that blew out the seal. B, it could just be a faulty seal. Another way, it could be that maybe my bearing went out. Or the last thing that I can put up there is that I installed it wrong. I'm hoping that's not what it is, but we're going to find out here in a second. But first thing you want to do, just like my buddy Moog from Mighty Car Mod says, jack up your car. All right, nice and dry in there. Looks like my brake. All right, let's get the brakes off, get the axle out, and see what is going on with that seal. Screwdrivers. There's a fancy tool for this. I don't have it. If you have one you want to get rid of, you can send it over to the channel. Send it over to the shop. I don't mind. P.O. Box 821, Holly Springs, North Carolina, 27540, I think. I don't know. I'll have it linked down below. Maybe I should memorize that. It would be helpful. Yep, struggle is real. Trying to film and work at the same time, working with some nasty stuff. I'm going through gloves. Struggle's real. Struggle's real. But that's do it for you guys. Anyway, take all your brake assembly off. Go ahead and take a picture of it before you take it off, just so you can put it back on correctly. Also, there is a bolt there, there, and there. You rotate this around in order to get to the right section. Now, let's see what we got. Should pop right out. Oh, that is not good. That is not ideal. What the freak happened to that bearing? Oh, man. That is seriously not cool. All right, now watch your brake line. Don't bend it all to hell. Oh, dude, that is gnarly. Maybe I didn't put it in right. I don't know. That is no bueno. So, I'm gonna have to go look at a video, find out what the hell did I do. Because that is destroyed. There's not a lot of miles on that. Alright, I'll be back later with new bearings, new seal, it's got a locker in it, so I need a lube in there. I need to check the other side too to see if I screwed that one up. But it shouldn't have screwed up this bad. Wow. Alright. Gonna live and learn, I guess. let's go. Hey, guess what? It's another day. Got all my parts in, so I'm ready to tackle this thing again. Got a bunch of other projects I've been trying to knock out, but I got to get this retainer and seal out of the axle. Alright, so as you can see, it is pretty tore up, and it got fluid in there, which I'm really surprised we have that much in there. This thing leaked a lot. Anyway, got to get that thing out. Now the thing has been heat cycled so many times, it is in there, and it doesn't want to come out. So, I'm tired of asking. Yeah, we're gonna slide hammer this guy out. So get back, relax, and enjoy the hammering. Oh, the smell of gear oil sucks. I need a bucket. Alright, so I got everything out, got everything cleaned up. I'd put my inner seal in, and then this right here is actually our spacer. Now, on my old one, there it is, what's left of it, this is my old spacer. Now, this was a different kit. This one's a little bit bigger than that one. But if you look on the side of this, you got a little lip. Now, inside here, you have about 3 different levels. One for the inner seal, one for the spacer, and one for the actual bearing itself. And what you want to do is stick that in there, and it should be relatively loose. And then you're going to stick your bearing. Now, make sure you got it the right direction. So this goes on the inside, and this will be on your axle itself. So when you push it in, all this will be in there, just like so. Now, what you want to do is grab your feeler gauges, and according to the spec, it is 0.02 to 0.03 thousandths of an inch. All the way around is your tolerance. Now, on this one right here, I am right at 3. That should be okay. I hope it's okay, because I'm not exactly sure what the heck happened last time. So now, since our tolerances are fine, what I need to do now is dig this out so I do not get it dirty, because dirt in your bearing is not a good thing. And one thing good about these Tipkin bearings, ones that I just picked up, they're already packed. It's awesome. So I'm going to put this on, wrap it up so I do not mess it up and get it dirty and get metal shavings in it. So now I need to get this guy off, because this shouldn't have come off when I pulled the axle. We're going to cut the little retainer clip off, which this is the new one. It's got another one on the axle itself. And got to cut that off, press all this stuff on there. Make sure the order is correct. And I'll show you that here in a second. But first, I got to get my brake cable off, get my brake caliper off, hook it up. Yeah, we got things to do. And I got greasy fingers, so I can't mess with my camera. Alright, I got most of the crap off, but take a look at the carnage. Alright, so this is the seal, the outer seal, which is right, what's left of it. It's right there. And you can tell that this guy has been cracked. This is mushroomed. Wow. If I'm going to do a job, I'm going to do a job. Anyway, alright, I'm just going to take the cutoff wheel and zip that off real quick. Once you get it down to really close, you can hit it with a hammer, hit it with a screwdriver or chisel, whichever, and it should just pop right off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Make this thing nice and clean. Hopefully I didn't do any damage to the axle itself. The axle housing seems to be in good shape. So hopefully I didn't mess this up, but we'll find out. If not, new axle. It will be an upgrade. I do have a, I got a Dana 50. I don't know, or a 10 bolt. I don't think that's really an upgrade. Anyway, yeah, cutoff wheel. Hey, thanks for watching the show. Hey, if you need some outdoor speakers, indoor speakers, whichever, go ahead over to Hindui and go ahead and get you 10% off. But if you need some LED lights for your trucks, your tractors, whatever, go over to Exito and get you 15% off. All the promo codes are down and below. Don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. And we'll catch you later. Enjoy the show. I got to clean up. All right. Everything's off. And as you can see, as you can tell, I went almost all the way through, but didn't go all the way through, and they just hit it with the chisel. That is foobarred. This guy is foobarred. Man, I sure hope I didn't mess this thing up. Anyway, so looking at it, Doesn't look too awful bad. It is tapered, so the seal will ride around here. I don't really feel any indentations. The bearing will sit right here. There is a lip, so that should be okay. And then the retainer will sit right up here next to the bearing. Okay, so just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna go look it up one more time and make sure I got this thing right, because there's an order. I'm okay. I'm all right. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna check the order and get back with you, so I'm not gonna tell you the wrong stuff anymore. All right, looked it up. I know which order. Haha. Kind of knew it before, but I just want to reiterate to verify. That's what I want to do. I want to verify. Anyway, here we go. We have our one-piece axle. We're going to put this guy on. This is our dust collector or dust preventer, whatever, protector. So that goes on. And then we're going to take our gasket here, clean it off. You got two different sides. You got one side with a spring on it, the other side without a spring. The spring goes to the inside of the axle. Be careful with that. Lubricate it if you must. Make sure that does not get messed up. Now, we need to put our brake drum holder. I'm going to try to do this with one hand. Make sure that the rubber gasket is actually inside the thing and you don't pinch it. You don't do anything like that because, well, that's going to shock. Anyway, because this is all going to be sealed up and you don't want to get water or anything like that in there. Now, we have our bearing. Now, this one right here is already lubed up. Make sure you don't get any trash in it. Anyway, you're going to slide it in. There we go. It's going to slide it on with the taper towards the inside. There we go. Now, the last thing you're going to put on will be the retainer. This right here is what holds your axle in place. So, we're going to leave that there. Now, I'm going to take the race, and I'm just going to put it on top so I can try in the attempts to protect my bearing and the grease and a little amount of dirt on there as possible. I'm in a dirty shop, but it's just the way it is. So now we need to press that on there. Now, I have my press, I have my shaft, and I have a piece of pipe. This right here is actually, I believe it's header tubing that I believe somebody stopped by and left it here. So I'm using that. So that should be able to go right onto the retainer, push it all down, get it right, and then we're going to be in business. Now there are some special tools for that, but guess what? I ain't got it. I don't think I'll ever have it. But anyway, let's get this thing on the press, get it pressed on, and then get this thing together because I need to get out of here. Alright, got everything set up. We do have a plate up here because of course I just have this little knob. This is a cheapy press and I probably need to get a new one because it's a little bit bent. Anyway, so I have my pipe all the way down. It's pressed against the collar. And on the bottom there, if you can see that, there we go. I did not want to mess up my studs. So I put a couple of pucks under there for to keep it up so it will not damage them. So anyway, so all we have to do now Alright, these are the pucks I was using just to keep the studs from getting messed up. Let's put this in the Jeep. Alright, getting ready to put everything back in there, but before we do, we're just going to go ahead and load this up with grease. And hopefully, this will be enough. Now there's an inner seal here, and an outer seal. So, hopefully this will not mix with any of the oil, like gear oil. And hopefully our clearances are right. So I don't have to take this thing back apart because that will be nasty. Get it into the, there, man, that just slid right in. Now go ahead and put your bolts in and check your load. You should be able to spin it without too much of an issue. I got it in neutral and I'm just spinning the drive shaft, but Hey, welcome to the new day. All right, we have got to get this thing all buttoned up. Now, if you actually look here, all right, so we don't have any play in the axle back and forth. So hopefully my backlash is okay. Well, my preload on the bearing. Should be able to rotate it around. Now, I'm actually rotating the drive shaft because I do have a locker in this thing, so it's gonna have a little bit more resistance than if you did not. If it was an open diff, you should be able to spin this over without any issues. Now we're gonna see if this actually works. We're gonna check it again here in a few. We're gonna drive it around and then make sure we don't come up with crap like that. That's wow, unbelievable. Actually, I can't believe it. Anyway, so let's put the brakes back on. We need to put this guy back on. Parking brake, shoes, springs, everything, just like you actually took it off. And hopefully you took some pictures. Well, in my case, I took a video. So if you don't remember how everything gets put on, rewind the video, watch it again, and get some more views. That's the way it works. All right, let's put it back together. All right, so we got pretty much everything in place. Let's see if I can get this without getting my camera dirty. Anyway, as you can see, I got my springs in. I got my parking brake cable all connected up, so you can see it from the bottom. Now, do remember that there is a set for right and set for left. The main thing would be this guy. One spins one way, one spins the other way. All right, so like I said, I got everything in there. Now, don't forget to actually check, adjust your parking brake. Now, your parking brake, we need this guy. So there's a little panel on the inside that, don't know, let me get some light. You can see it in there. Oh, I can't see squat. Anyway, there's a little window in there. You can stick a screwdriver that actually rotates this, which actually will go out or in. And it is supposedly self-adjusting. So when you go backwards or whatever, you hit the brake, it's supposed to adjust. So the only thing we have left now is to clean this off. Now, you've been having your grubby fingers on everything. Your drum, your disc, or not disc, but your shoes. Everything's got grease on it. Everything's got oil. So let's clean it off with a bottle I can't find. All right, let me find the bottle. We're gonna clean this off and put this back together and then do the same thing to the other side. And then we gotta fill the diff up. And that's special because it's a locker. All right, now you cleaned everything off. You're ready to put your drum on. Now you would adjust that little knob. You're gonna adjust this guy, which is inside, enough to where you can feel it touching. Now if I pull this off, it's a little snug, so that means it's grabbing on the shoes, so we should be in good shape. If it's not touching, that means it's a little too loose. Your parking brake's not going to work properly, and it's going to take forever for it to actually self-adjust. So just keep turning it out till it barely touches. Now you don't want to, there you go, don't want to put it too much because then you just, this will glow a cherry red because of the amount of friction. So be careful. So yeah, let me grab to the other side, put some diff fluid in, and go from there. Yeah, additive. Stuff's expensive. Oh man, she is out of the shop, finally. Man, this thing has taken a minute to actually get done. But the rear bearing's back in, it actually sounds great. Just took it down the road, everything worked great. Didn't make that much of a sound, everything was awesome. Anyway, check out all the other stuff. I'm getting ready to take this thing back out again and hopefully have this thing back on the trails. I do need to re-gear my Tacoma in order to tow this thing a little bit better because that thing is struggling. But hopefully you'll see that here on the channel when I re-gear both the front and rear of that Tacoma. So anyway, until next time, take it easy, have fun, get out there and do it yourself. Fix the things that you probably screwed up yourself the first time. Like I think I screwed up that one. Oh well, it happens. Get back there and fix it. Later.